What's going on, traders? It's Tyler here. Today we're going to go over Pinterest on the stock ticker. We'll go ahead and start by drawing our support and resistance. We got our resistance up here at $25 and we got our support right here at $24.25. Okay, so very last, really quick, let's put our median here at $24.65. Now let's talk about what happened here. This was an IPO released on last Friday. And it was very volatile, as you can see. I'm not 100% sure on the float, but I'm pretty sure it's a lower float on this one. I could be wrong, but I wasn't able to find it at this exact moment. Go ahead and correct me in the comments. We can see with this CNBC article that it went from 19 per share, which it was valued at 10 billion, and climbed 28% up to 24.40, up to a 13 billion market cap. So definitely some people looking to invest long term, it looks like. So we'll go ahead and talk about that really quick. We'll go ahead and talk about the short term move for now though. This is the 3-minute chart, so we're going to be talking about that. We'll go ahead and zoom in closer. Now you can see that we're sitting right between the moving average, the Tkinson, the Kijun-sen, the VWAP. We're basically in this undecided range here between the Kijun-sen and the VWAP. Really, when you're in between those two, you're really undecided, especially when the moving average is sitting right in the middle like that. And this cloud, as you can see, is getting really thin over here. That means it wants to flip. But you can see that we are getting some pushback here, but the market closed, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen. We did hit up to this median here, and it got rejected, but we have buyers down here. As you can see, we have buyers sitting down here ready to buy, so it's undecided at this point. We'll go ahead and talk about, if you want to go bullish, you're looking to trade this, the continuation trade on Monday, whatever the case may be, you're holding shares, you're wondering what's going to happen. For me, I have my alert set for when this thing passes 24.65. That way I know it's past the Tkinson, the moving average, the Kijun-sen, and the median. That's giving me the, hey, you better watch this stock. It's getting warmed up. It's getting pretty bullish. So once that alert goes off and I see that happen, then I'm going to be watching this stock. The next thing I want to see is I want to see it come back down and retest this 24.65. So that way I'm able to see the trade set up. Right? Because if it just goes right up here, you're just going to miss it. So what you want to see is you want to see all those happen. Then you want to see it pull back, which usually it does, right? Things don't usually just go straight to the moon. They need some breathing. They need to breathe. Just like if you're sprinting, you need to breathe in order to go longer. So it's just like human emotions. So just remember that. Next thing you want to see is once you get that stabilization here, because you don't want to enter the long when we just pull back, because what if we just go like that? That's gonna be hard on your account, you know what I'm saying? So don't just enter hoping for the best. Never do that. We want to see that stabilization. We want to see that confirmation. Once you get that, that's key. And then for me, what I do is I have a stop order ready right above that pullback point, wherever that was. That way, when that momentum comes back, that order just kicks in right away, and then I just ride the wave up to that next resistance, which would be up here at $25, right? And so, of course, you can always, when you go into profit, you can always move a stop loss into your profit zone so you can be risk-free at all times too. That's another thing. And another thing too, some people do this. I personally sell out here, most of the time, sell my entire position because I like taking profits quick. But some people like to hold, which is fine. That's a good thing too. You can hold. Sometimes I do hold if it's extremely strong. So if it's going crazy, yeah, I'm going to hold. But most likely I'm going to sell at least 3/4 of the position. So some people do that, and then they want to see that break of this level. Once they see that break up here, then they look for that retest once again. Just again, continuation trade, because you don't want to just hop in when stops here, whatever, or when it pulls back, because again, if it just comes back down like that, you're going to be wiped out. So what you want to see is it stop here. You want to see it stop, come back, pull back, breathe. So it gives you time to see the trade and set up. Once you see it pull back, that pushback point, $25, once you see that happen, and you can wait for, if you think it's safer to wait for when it passes 25.18, some people would want to do that. That's fine. That's fine. It's totally up to you. For me personally, once I seen this break and pull back and retest this zone and stabilize, once it pushed past that pullback point, I'm in it. And I just watch it like a hawk. Get out quick if I'm wrong. That's the number one thing. Get out as quick as possible if you're wrong, or have your work with your stop loss, develop your own strategies, join Trade with Tyler and learn my strategies. Whatever you got to do to learn the strategy to lose the least amount of money possible and let your winners run as long as possible. That's the key. But for me, really, when I started figuring out how to cut losses immediately is when you start making money in this business. That's just what I can drop on you for a little knowledge right there. But we'll move on. If you're looking to go short on this stock, you want to short Pinterest, you don't believe in Pinterest, whatever the case may be, then you're going to want to see first, we can see that already we're below the moving average here, we're below the Kijun, and we're sitting just below the Tikkunsen, but we're still above the VWAP, which is the average traded price for the time being. So keep that in mind. Also, the cloud is blue, but it looks like it to be switching possibly, so keep that in mind. But with those in mind, you don't want to just hop in a sell right here. You don't want to just try to short this, because what if it just blasts back up, you get wiped out, right? You don't want that. So what we want to see is we want to see it come down, break below 24.25. We want to see a break and close below 24.25, because once we see that happen, that should give you the heads up that, hey, this is extremely bullish. We just broke through this strong support over here. The buyers can't hold it up anymore, whatever the case may be. Then what do you want to see? You want to see it pull back and retest, right? That way we can get that second confirmation. And the next thing is, you don't want to just hop in here. What do you want to see? Or you don't want to just hop in here because of the fact it could just go right back up like that, right? It could fake you out. You don't want to get faked out, so don't fall for that either. What we want to see is we want to see it come back up, retest off that zone. For me, once it push past that pullback point, that's my entry, ride it down to the next support down there, and I'm in and out quick. You can adjust your strategy to what you want to do, but for me, I'm in and out quick.
Hey there, you must have liked this video. If you did, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you can get more videos just like this one.
And don't forget, make sure to sign up at tradewithtyler.net, where you can learn my day trading strategies and get my trade alerts for every trade that I take. If you'd like to support me and try on my alerts first, check out my Patreon in the description.